skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. This is Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Stadium, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on their runner-up in last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. And the Aggies will kick this away to start us off. Return starts from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. The Longhorns offense making their way on the field to open this game. Well, last time they played, Texas won big. That was a day that Bevo and the Longhorn fans will never forget.
But, Chris, if I remember right, everything went right for Texas. They won all the one-on-one matchups, and it just embarrassed Texas A&M. But the A&M players have not forgotten that. They're anxious to get out on the field today.
The receiver makes the catch. They bring him down after a short gain there. The Longhorns will come to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
Short connection to the tight end here. Right spear over the right side. Can they chase him down? They tackle him all the way down to the 15-yard line. This offense is knocking on the door now.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the one after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, I got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Diving grab. What a play by that receiver. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
I mean, how about this offense and this execution? That's 3 plays, 3 completions in the blink of an eye, and now it's 1st and goal.
That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for their offense.
And the defense brings him down.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here and maybe hold them to 3 points.
Launching one to the end zone. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, there's nothing more satisfying for an offense coordinator than having a quarterback that he can trust in these critical areas. Here you are, 3rd and goal. What do? Put the ball in the hands of that quarterback. Whether he runs it in or throws it, you know he's going to make the right decision. Found the matchup, made the throw, and you get a touchdown to open the game.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So Texas A&M's offense comes out for their first possession today. And this is a running game that comes in on a roll. The top back, over 100 yards rushing, found the end zone multiple times. Clearly, he's going to be the focal point of the defense today, Kirk, you'd think, anyway.
Yeah, how much fun was it to watch this offense and watch him specifically, what he was able to do. Pretty much anything he wanted to do, he was able to capitalize on. Now, today, it's a different challenge. New game, new opportunity to showcase what he can do. And I think it's important that this offense show that they can do more than just run the football, because I think this defense is locked in to take him away.
Looking to pass. It's Webb. Caught quickly. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, 2 top 10 teams. Kirk, we know that at this point, the rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the...
Swarm with a pass rush.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
And a 4th down, they'll punt it away here. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Second down play coming up.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
So now it's third and short in the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a fourth down stop. Grab made by the tight end. Enough to convert on third there. So first down from the 12 now. Longhorns moving quickly down the field here. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Couldn't quite get in. Tackle down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run. The Longhorns hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down and goal upcoming. Looking for a receiver. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation, that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. Turner choosing to field this one. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. They'll run it from the gun. And it'll be Smarter right at the line for no gain. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Defense will make the stop, but what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. And as we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? We begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. Looking downfield, it's Webb. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down. The Aggies will have to kick this away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. The returner is brought down. There is a flag on the field, so we'll check out this call.
Personal foul. Looking to kick defense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The offense gets a second chance at points here after that special teams roughing penalty. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Caught in the backfield. It's Irvin. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
When these receiver screens, if run correctly, can be a big play with a convoy of linemen out in front. This time, just not able to get it going. It's a nice job of the defense to prevent a big play.
Pass rush closing in. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. A draw to the back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Rivalry born in 1894, Kirk, but all the twists and turns, the different conferences since then, so much has changed, but the Aggies and the Longhorns always seem to deliver.
It's just so much fun to be able to see these teams playing and hopefully playing every year for many, many years to come because it's one of the great rivalries in the sport.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. To throw, it's Webb. Blitz and a quick sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on the quarterback there. That was a strong safety sneaking in. I don't think the quarterback saw him, and eventually comes home with a sack.
And the Aggies will send the punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll field the punt. And they've got the returner corralled. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring it down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. The game moves the ball to the 39, and it'll be 1st down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Grabbed by the receiver. Breaks loose at the 40. And here he goes. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texas.
Now that's what great teams do. Things are getting a little bit too close, so they go right down the field with just a few plays to put this game right back to having a comfortable lead.
They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. Some positive signs in the last drive. They moved the ball, but eventually stalled. Came up empty. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. They're going backwards to open up this drive after the loss. 2nd down and 15. Dropping back. It's Webb. And the quarterback finds an open target on the crossing route. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. A deep shot to the left side. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. The Aggies will send their punt team onto the field. See if he can make something happen with the return. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. 1st down, looking to throw the football. He makes the grab. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. That completion makes it 2nd and short. Short throw complete to the tight end. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. We reached the 2-minute timeout of what's been a lopsided game so far. Let's see if the offense can stretch the lead more before halftime. He'll hand it off. Got the 1st down and still motoring. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. 1st down. Longhorns are in the red zone. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to scramble. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Brought down. The completion moves the ball down to the 4. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The offense trying to cap a really impressive first half, trying to punch it in here and build on this lead before halftime. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Second down and goal. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Longhorns. This passing game is still on fire. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Attack on the PAT again, and it's 28-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Looking downfield. It's Webb. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for a man deep on the right side. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. Bursts into space. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Aggies.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. They'll take a timeout while they check it out. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. The gain moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
He fires it down the middle. Pass complete on a crosser. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26. Longhorns looking to crank up the tempo a bit. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas.
Bruce, with another touchdown, this first half could not have gone any better for this offense and this team, building up such a big lead. And on the other side, oh my gosh, now you really start to see who's got some fight, who's a competitor, because you got a big hole to be able to climb out of.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground. And by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick this away to begin the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. A lot of work to do in the second half. Down big. Can they get something going right now? Looking to throw. It's Webb. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the quarterback dropping back. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense.
And they've got him on the blitz.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. They got him. Again, he couldn't escape.
You know, at this point, that sack might as well be a white flag for this offense. It's now 4th down. You're down by more than 3 scores here late in the game. If you're going to have any shot today, maybe it's about time you hope for a big play from your own defense.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Makes a quick catch. And they bring him down quickly, but that's a solid gain on the short throw. Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. That'll pick up the 1st down. He's brought down to the 21. A new set of downs after that completion. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. As the 1st down is still going. And that will pick up a 1st down. They'll spot it at 38. Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. And at 1st down, they go right back to him. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play. So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on as they move forward.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a 1st down. He's looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Catch made on the left side. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down. They come up 3rd and short. This is the 8th play of the drive. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Yeah, these guys aren't able to hook up here on this 3rd down, but you got to give a shout-out to the defense for making it hard to convert here. They've been great on 3rd down all year. It's a rare miss and a good job by this defense.
It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this 4th down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the 1st down.
Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. And the long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. The shotgun running play call. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a first down at the 17. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Makes a quick route. They bring him down, but that's enough for a first down as the clock runs down here in the third quarter. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Time for one more play here in the quarter. Here's a handoff on first and goal. Brought down after a short gain. Now it's 4 fingers in the air. Get ready for the fourth coming up. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. This has been a beatdown, and the stats at the end of 3 reflect that. One quarter to play in what has been a beatdown so far. They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up second and goal. And he'll set up to throw. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Hey, I get that passing the football has had a lot to do with you building up this big lead, but at this point in the game, man, take care of your players, get them out of here healthy, run the foot.
Intercepted in the end zone.
There's the interception. Man, this defense could have used that a lot earlier, but a chance here for the offense now to get some late consolation points.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Snags a quick throw.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Quick catch over the middle. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. First and 10 play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. It's a short completion to the tight end. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down. And the Aggies come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. And the incompletion now makes it second and 10 from the 49. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Contact as he threw it. Oh, that one's picked off. He could go. The 10. Touchdown, Longhorns. A huge defensive score.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play where they're just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Returner decides to field it. Coverage team brings down the returner. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Here's the second down play.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
It's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the mark. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Running back grabs it on a screen, and he never had a chance. Tackle in the backfield.
Good job here by the defense on third down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
They'll kick it away here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. That completion makes it second and medium. And handoff here from the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looking to throw here. Lets it go quickly. Catch is made down the middle. He's tackled immediately, but not before a gain that moves the ball to the 25. Longhorns pick up enough for a first down here. Grinding away with a running game. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. First snap in the red zone on this drive. And the same runner's got it again. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
This defense is trying to do anything they can to get back in the game. The fact this offense is still throwing the ball, who knows, maybe a tip pass, maybe an interception, anything they can do to get the ball back.
Moves out of the pocket. On the run here. Lets it go. Makes the grab along the sideline. Goes out of bounds, and it is a first down. Well, barring something crazy, Kirk, that should be enough to secure this victory. They came in trying to dodge the upset in this early season showdown, and they passed the test.
Chris, is a great game and a fun way to start the season. And I think the fact that the team that is expected to win wins this football game, they can use that as a confidence builder. And for the team that loses, think about this. Still a long way to go to be able to kind of right the ship and kind of have the season you expect to have.
Looking for 6. It's incomplete. Pass broken up, but a flag down. Let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Offense.
I think that's his really only play here because if he doesn't knock that defensive back away from the football, that's an interception.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. It's a quick grab. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. So here we go. 3rd down. Defense needs to stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Touchdown, Texas. Still no answer for the passing game.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. The completion makes it 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. This is an impressive performance. They played a good football team here today, Kirk, but they just dragged them behind the woodshed and dominated from the start. This is going to catch people's attention.
Yeah, I think most people are going to be in awe when they look at the results of this game. Unbelievable job by this team dealing with the expectations, the pressure, and as you said, playing a good team. This was a big-time win and an opportunity to really continue to move up.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.